What's up guys, Shockwave640 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Combiner Wars Stunticon Dead End. And so, here's Dead End here of course, and first of all, before we get to size comparisons and the detail and all that stuff, we're going to take a look at the comic book included with him. So, setting off Dead End there, and here is the comic book that he comes with. This is an issue of the IDW comic. And there's a very cool looking picture of Dead End right there. Obviously you can see Transformers right there. This is part of the Generations line. And this is comic number 8. And then, not going to spoil any things for you guys. Then there's the schematics, the gray model phase, sketch phase, and then the finished product, where the paint applications went. A little bit more sketch designs, and a random head that I do not know what it is for. Kind of looks like Starscream in a way, but I don't know, with that chin. Maybe a Egyptian Starscream? I don't know. And then here on the back is a small bio. If you would like to read that, go ahead. I'm not going to read to you. You should be able to read on your own. If you can't, and then I can't help you there. But there's that. And then, of course, there is Dead End there, and then there's some little information about him. So there he is, bringing Dead End back here. Now let's do a few size comparisons. So first of all, we have Dead End with Generation 1 Astro Train, and there's Astro Train. I'm not really sure what scale Astro Train was in. I think he might have been a deluxe scale along with Dead End here, but they pretty much line up perfectly right here to these fuel tanks. The thrusters do make Astro Train a little bit longer. Same for Train Mode, because Train Mode and Shuttle Mode are the same length here, except for that little nose part makes them a little bit short, a little bit longer, not shorter. So here is Dead End with the super deformed Aegis Gundam, or Aegis Gundam, whatever one you prefer. So there you have him with the Aegis Gundam. Obviously these two don't scale or anything like that, but just in case. There's that, and also this is painted up in a little bit of silver. It should be basically solid pink with yellow and gray and black there and black there, but that's in another review though. But there he is with the Aegis Gundam. Obviously stands taller, and here obviously would stand shorter. And here he is with Transformers Prime, Abominous Blot or Blight or Blotch, or whatever you want to call him, and Hunger. So there's them stacked up together. And here is these two stacked together. These obviously don't scale either, but you know, sometimes people may have these figures here. And last but not least, just to have another combiner, I guess, here is Creo Devastator. So bringing in Creo Devastator there, and he's gonna fall over. Okay, let's see if we can get him balanced. So there's Creo Devastator. He goes just above his knee. So there's that. There's Creo Devastator, and there is Dead End. Obviously these two don't correspond in any way besides being Transformers, but there is that if you wanted to see that. I just decided to bring a Devastator because he's not the only combiner that I have. He's just the only combiner that I have in combined mode right now. But okay, so let's take a look at Dead End, shall we? So here's Dead End, and it's this really nice looking red metallic car with like swirls. You might be able to see it going on there in the back section here, and on the roof there's like swirls of like metallic red mixed up with like a dark, almost blood red kind of. And then he's got gunmetal gray, which for some reason the red or the gray didn't carry on in this part here, which will make his upper elbow. I don't know why they did that. It doesn't bother me too much, it just kind of looks weird like from the top and from the sides. Good thing the plastic kind of does blend in here with those side panels. Here on the front, they did pick out the headlights in silver, and I've seen this a lot on pretty much everybody's figure. I'm not sure if it's just they misprinted all of them, or if it's supposed to be like that, but the Decepticon symbol is kind of crooked. It would look better if it was straight up and down. Then he's got this nice metallic orange stripe going all the way across, and they actually did paint all of his windows black. Black tires, silver rims, nothing on the back of course. And on the front you do get gunmetal gray there on the bumper and grille section. So yeah, and on the side here I do have pegged on his weapon, which is this just like exhaust pipe kind of thing. Which, there's that. For some reason it can also be held like this. I'm guessing this is more for car mode, and then robot mode he holds it in this bottom peg, and it's just a beating weapon. So he just beats people senseless basically. But Yeah, so let's get to transformation. First, I'm going to go into leg mode, arm mode, and then robot mode. And in doing so, I will show Hasbro's leg mode, uh, my leg mode, and then Hasbro's arm mode, and then my arm mode. And robot mode is pretty much just robot mode. I mean, you can't really fan mode those yourself, but to get into leg mode, you just want to pull this windshield section up. Nope, I'll clip that. Pull this windshield section up. Oh yeah, another thing before I even start transforming him. His hand-foot gun. You can use that peg there. You fold that thumb up, and that does peg there, and you can have that going on, or you can peg it here on the sides and do that, I guess. And if you really wanted to, you can also just use the combiner peg in the back and that. For whatever reason, you can do it. It's a thing you can do. There it is. But actually going into foot mode this time, instead of showing off a stupid accessory. Fold this part down, like so. Grab this entire section here, fold it back, like so. Bringing this section with it, like so. And hang on a second. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to turn on airplane mode. Somebody was trying to text me. I don't want the video to stop in the middle of while I'm doing this. But, so you wanted to kind of get this section looking like that, and then using that bottom peg there. You have to grab this, fold out the heel, and then just peg that in like so. And here you have dead end in his foot mode. And I don't like this foot mode. It's mainly because of the foot itself. It's so small and awkward looking. And then this part is just so big. So I don't really care for it. Oh, and you want to fold out the actual combiner port. So there's that. Articulation. You can bend at the knee. You can rotate here right above the knee. And the foot has swivel, and it can also do this, and the same with the heel spur. So you could kind of get like some weird chicken foot thing going on if you really wanted to make him look more Decepticon-ish. But it looks stupid, and he probably couldn't balance anyways if he did. I don't really have any body combiner guys, so I can't show it off, but I would if I could. So now getting into arm mode, what you want to do is take this combiner port, fold it down like so, open these up, fold it down like this, bring this entire section down, close these back up. Well, first you want to come here and straighten out these knees like so, and then you want to close these, making sure that that small groove right there where my finger is slits right into that right there. So closing it, you can kind of feel when it does it, because it will kind of go like that, and then it'll just fit into place nicely. So you do that. Take these arms here, fold them up, and fold them in, and then using that peg there, it will fit into that slot there. It won't actually tab in, it's just a recommendation. So pushing that in like so, doing the same on the other side, like so. And then you want to grab the waist here, rotate it this way so you get this double jointed elbow. And then you want to grab this section, you want to fold out the fingers, bend this down, rotate that up, and bend the thumb down. It can be obviously a left or right. All you do is just bend the thumb that way, and then just rotate the elbow on the arm. So you would do that, and then this. So and then you got another arm. So there's that. Make sure it's all close together. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot is you want to separate this, fold that combiner port down, and then you want to close these legs up, because you can't connect the arm if there's not a part to connect the arm on. And you just simply, or hand, I mean, and then you just peg that in, and here you have an arm. You have a Minosaur arm, which I do believe dead end is supposed to be an arm for Minosaur anyways, but anyways, articulation is you have swivel there, fingers wiggle waggle, you can move them out and open like that, thumb can move, and you can also do a thumbs up. So you can do that. You do get this first elbow, which gives you pretty good bend there, and then you get the second elbow, which gives you about that much, and together they can give you a full bend. And then you do have a swivel here at the right below the elbow. Not really a bicep swivel. It's more like a well, I guess technically it's a bicep swivel. And then you do have this joint here, and you have that same joint there. So you get a nice ratchet joint there. And obviously using that port, he can hold his own weapon, or he can hold big weapons. It's a basic standard transformer weapon port there, so you can use that to peg weapons on. No, they're really ports anywhere you can utilize. I mean, you can use that, I guess, right here. Nothing else really, but anyways, my arm mode, actually for the leg mode, what I did is I would actually just fold that up, do this, and then it would look kind of like that with this knee pad facing straight out like this. I just think that looks so much better. And for arm mode, I like to take this. I like to take it like that to get it like this. Close that up as much as it will go. Hang on, I did this a little bit too much. And that back. I guess there's really no in between. Sorry about that. Kind of like lost focus there. And I like to do it like this to get more of a G1 look, because I like the part with this kind of car sticking up here. And what's kind of cool about it is if you bend the arm, it would move all of this stuff out of the way, so that would still accommodate. And then when you're done, you just put that back up, and then just kind of close that all back up like this. So there's that. Now going into robot mode, you want to fold that peg down, straighten out the waist, straighten out the legs, take off that hand, do that, separate the legs, fold up that combiner port, straighten out the legs, make sure he's standing, of course. Come back here. If you have the windshield up, you want to fold it back down. You want to fold this section out like that, and then bring it down, and then bring this section down, fold this down, tab it into there. I like to rotate the head just for an extra step of pizzazz, I guess. And then you want to bring out the arms, come in here, pull out the awkwardly ratchet jointed arms, bend the elbows. Sometimes, depending on the figure, the elbows will actually be tabbed in and you just unclick them like that. Mine aren't, but for my prowl mold, they are. And then you just simply give him his weapon, like so. Rotate the weapon in his hand. And here you have Dead End in his robot mode. And Dead End looks awesome. I really do like this Dead End. I think this was the best of the StuntsCon molds, just because I really like this. I think this was a great Dead End. Sure, some people got mad because of the face. It didn't have a mouth, but honestly, I like Transformers with mouth plates better, and I think that looks cool. I kind of like how it looks like a biker helmet. That looks kind of cool. And it reminds me to show off the chest details. Nice Decepticon symbol, nice like pistons and such going on in there. The chest plate is actually molded in the same gray plastic that this weapon is molded in, and then it is painted gray here, painted red around on the outside. So there's that, and also painted red on the back for some reason. But there's that, and then that sculpt is pretty nice. You could get some like nice molded gears on here for some reason. That's the details pretty much still carry on. You do get more orange paint revealed there. And then you do get a little bit more orange painted right there. And this is his foot there, obviously. And pretty much everything else that was there carries over. I mean, he's got a little bit of a backpack, but it doesn't bother me too much. I just don't like this part. I wish it could fold down more flush against the body. But I can easily ignore that because of how great this figure is. And I wish I had a little bit better of a pipe weapon than just a pipe. I mean, I wish I had some kind of blade, like an axe or a chainsaw or something, but I do like the pipe, though. The pipe does look cool. So you can bludgeon people with it and just murder people. And then you still do get this, which is technically a gun. You just fold that out, fold this out, fold that down, and then fold it back up, actually, like this. And then he holds it, and it looks stupid because you can see the fingers. If somehow they made it where this was the top of the gun, that would look so much better. You peg it into his shoulders, peg it into his hand, or you can just throw it away to the side like it should be. And so doing some size comparisons again with those same figures that I brought out. Here's Astro Train. Pretty much the same height compared to Astro Train as he was earlier, just a little bit taller. So there's that. Here he is with the Aegis Gundam, or Aegis Gundam, whatever you prefer. So obviously he would tower over that because it's a super deformed Gundam. Here he is with Blight, Blot, or Hunger. And he fell over. So there's them. Setting them off to the side. And bringing back in Creo Devastator. And he's pretty much the same height as in vehicle mode, just a little bit taller. So there is that, and he's falling over, like leaning on the wall. So there's that. Now let's go over articulation. So pulling out his weapon here, let go. Pulling out his weapon. His head is on a ball joint, so you can kind of get some side to side out of it. Rotates full 360 and looks up and down a little bit. His shoulders are on ball joint. They get some nice movement out of that. Go out about that far, and then you do get that transformation hinge so he can shrug his shoulders. You do get a bicep swivel. You do get an elbow joint. Bends about a little bit more than 90, and you can also fold the hands in due to transformation. You do get a full waist swivel. You do get ball jointed hips. Can go out that much. Can go forward about that much. Can go backwards about that much. Can rotate full, and then have just above 90. Just above 90. What am I saying? My tongue's already stopped working. It was so close to being in the video too, but just above 90 for the knees there. So this was Transformers Combiner Wars Dead End. I say he's a great figure. He's a lot better than some of the other Stunticons that there were. I do think he is the best out of the mold-sharing brothers. He was used in Prowl, Blue Streak, and I do believe he was used one more time after that, but I can't really remember correctly. I think it was just it might have. Oh, and yeah, wait, no, it wasn't Wheeljack. Wheeljack was somebody else. Breakdown, I think. But so I say pick him up. I say he is the best one. He's got great articulation. He doesn't look awkward like Breakdown did, and the color scheme works very, very well. The head looks cool. The practical weapon that he has is kind of neat. A lot better than this piece of crap. But yeah, so my opinion is he's cool. So tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Tell me what you think of his color scheme, of the articulation of his face, of this pipe. Tell me about the pipe. So thanks for watching, guys. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as I just said. And well, thanks for watching. See ya.